WTF Nation Radio. It is I, the actual King Smith, back in here with another live stream of the Sports Bar here this Sunday, March the 30th of 2025. I am one half of our co-host here, and sitting over here on this side of the screen is the avatar, the Army veteran himself, Coach. Coach, let the people know something.
What do you hear? What do you say? Watching the Knicks in Portland right now. Knicks are up by 10 with 2:30 left over in the Garden. Great day over in the NCAA tournament. Well, at least for anybody who got chalk instead of you and I, who sucked throughout the entire tournament. But tonight's a good night because tonight we get to play a game. But how the hell are you doing tonight, King?
I'm doing good. When we were last live, right before we got off, I asked you a question about my foot. Well, uh
Yes, yes, yeah. And now
fast
give us an update, man. I heard about that. I saw.
fast forward, here's an update. I went to the emergency room Monday morning.
Ooh.
I could not sleep Sunday night going into Monday morning. My left foot was in some of the worst pain that I have ever felt in my entire life. It felt like somebody was stabbing and cutting into my left it felt like my Achilles. Well, turns out I got diagnosed with something called posterior tibialis tendonitis, and it's a bitch. So for me, at least it's something that's not life altering or life changing, but it does require physical therapy, which the VA is. Eh, it's not like it's an urgent thing, so I'm not like a priority. But I have a talk with my PCM tomorrow about it to get the referral for physical therapy, and we'll go from there.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah, dude. So something I have absolutely no idea about, and man, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's did they say anything as far as how long physical therapy and the pain meds and all of that's going to last for?
months. So the
Uh,
doctor that I had when I went to the emergency room, he said that he has the same diagnosis, and he said unfortunately when it hits you, it could be anywhere from, he goes, at best 3 months. The average is about 6 months, to a year, where there's some type of pain that could be associated with it, depending on how you do the recovery going forward. So the
ah,
rough part of the pain I'm past, but I'm still in a walking boot, as wearing a walking boot right now is the only way that I can actually be mobile without having any
yeah.
pain.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm glad that they got you into a walking boot about without the mobility. Hey, man, sorry, dude. I know it sucks, man. It definitely sucks. There's nothing, getting old sucks, don't it?
It does, brother. It does.
Yeah.
Now, today or tonight, depending on where you're watching from, we have our monthly sports trivia. Now, we haven't announced
Yeah.
what the prize is going to be if you're able to beat myself and coach. Well, actually no, coach is not participating. Coach is
I'm
going to
not
be our host for
participating.
today. I am
Yeah.
going to be participating.
You want me to put the screen up?
Not
If
just
you
yet.
are not yet, I
Not just
got you,
yet.
buddy.
No, before we get to
No, all good. Just let
trivia
me know.
in full, let's just talk about some stuff real quick. We have our NCAA March Madness tournament. There were two games played today in which Houston put the smackdown on Tennessee, and that was a number one versus number two match. Houston ended up winning 65-50 in a real dominant fashion. And
Yeah.
Auburn, I would say Auburn didn't necessarily look like the team that Duke is looking like anyway, going
Yeah.
into the Final Four, in which they barely squeaked out Michigan State 70-64.
That was a good game between Auburn and Michigan State, but I did feel that Auburn had the advantage and just let Michigan State get a little bit of a run towards the end. I know, and now Auburn's going to be a little bit banged up going into this. And my God, if you want to talk about big, Carl Anthony Towns looks fat. Anyway, so, but Houston, man, Houston's domination from what I was watching on from the outside and from the inside. The inside looked like old Kareem, not Kareem, excuse me, Hakeem back down there in the Phi Slamma Jamma days of Houston. That's how good they look down on the low block this year. Man, now we got an all chalk NCAA tournament, which I know there's a lot of people that, that's like the default one. I'll get all number one seeds. And it's only happened maybe about 4 times in the NCAA tournament, but it's happening a little bit more often. And that's what we got this year, man. 4 number one seeds.
Yep. Now I am looking to bring something up on the screen here, but in
Mhm.
order to do that, let's see. I've got to fix
Uh,
some stuff here.
I got. Hey, do you want? I got our rankings up right there. If you want me to share that screen too.
Yeah, where let me go back here. Let me look backstage because I'm bringing it up, but it is not coming up properly. So let me see what you got
Oh no, I got you.
going on here. Where are you sharing it at, Coach?
All right, hold on. I'll share real quick. Share.
Okay, let me see.
And groups. I am in the group. And do you see right here where I have our 1 through 11?
Yes,
Ah, all
give me
right.
a
Is that
second
easier? Is
here,
that a
and
good way to share?
let me hit transition. Bam. All right. I think this is showing up right. It's relatively small. That's what she said, but
Uh-huh. Let me see. Can I zoom in? Is that making it better?
yeah, that's making it better. It's actually
Ah,
something that I should try and get done on my side. But just talk us through how things are looking, and we'll take that approach.
so for you and for me, well, King, your chances of winning are slim to none, and mine are impossible, as I have been eliminated. Thank you very much, St. John's. But you still have Auburn winning in your championship, so you do have a chance to go over me. Which right now I have a 10-point lead over you, and unless Auburn wins. Actually, no, I take that back. If Auburn no, I actually had Auburn losing. So if Auburn wins, you jump me. But what is most important is our top four with Braden Wayman, Tracy Zettel tied at first place, and Tim Hinkle and David Cunningham bringing up third and fourth. Now, it's important to bring up third and fourth because after looking through everything that we've gotten, we have something very unique. We have the determination that whomever wins the national championship for the NCAA tournament will win the 2025 WTF Nation Radio 2 Beat Coach Challenge. Because David Cunningham, as you can see, has Florida winning. Tim Hinkle has Auburn winning, same as you, King. Tracy Zettel has Duke winning, and Braden Wayman has University of Houston winning. So, whomever wins the championship game a week from Monday will be the winner and will be awarded what, $50 a piece now? We were talking about,
Yep,
King,
yep,
you and I.
yep. That's a
So it's now $100
it's a cool hundred.
to the winner. Whomever wins the championship come Monday will be the winner, or Monday of next week will be receiving $100.
And look, we advertised it, said it was free to join,
Mhm.
and we had 11 people join. So you had a real good chance of winning that.
Yep.
So shout out to whoever's eventually gonna win. I let
Yeah.
y'all beat me, so next year it won't be like that.
Yeah. So Shane Palma, sorry for you actually went ahead and went with what I was going to do. Sawyer Wayman, wow, man, you went bad. And Chloe Johnson, yeah, better luck next year. Sorry. All righty. You want me to stop sharing that now?
Yep, you can stop sharing that one.
All right. Oh, shit. How do I
Oh.
get off of the stop share? Yep, there we go. That stops the inception.
Now, let's take a look here for what we have going on. We can rock right into trivia now. So if you want to share your
Oh, all
screen
right.
now,
Yeah, give me a second. Let's go ahead and share this for the next 5 minutes or so. I'm going to share just the sign up screen for everybody with our gameplay. Once we get some players into the game, I will, and I'm looking right now. How many players we have signed up. I can see how many. Once I get a good number of players into the game, you guys will go ahead and play, and we'll get this game started. I will explain the rules once we have our players coming into it, but once you get in, you can check that link down there, which is crowd.live/Charlie November 5 November. No, excuse me, Charlie Zulu 5 November Quebec. The trivia game code again will be Charlie Zulu 5 November Quebec. You can also scan that QR code that is on the screen right now. Hey King, I got a good one for you. You know, we've been counting down now. Alex Ovechkin,
Yes, he's down to 5. I was about to bring that up.
go right ahead, buddy.
Yeah, no. So, in some sports news here, while we wait for people to join, Ovechkin has hit the 890th goal of his career and is now 5 goals away from the NHL record.
Yes, he is, and 5 goals away. There's 9 more games left in this season, so outside chance that it happens before the end, but that would be something pretty daggone awesome for him to what's it called? For him to get it before the end of it. But like I said, it's 9 games that he got right there. I do want to bring something up though. Okay.
All right.
So Alex Ovechkin, right now, I we have looked at it. He has played in 1483 games. I believe today's game was 1484. Wayne Gretzky, 1487. I did mention to you, in much in the same way, that I hold the all time scoring record in the NBA as Michael Jordan's 30.1 average for it. The all time leading scorer of LeBron James. Yes, he surpassed Kareem, but he did that in more games than Kareem. And on top of that, he did that in more games than Jordan ever played. That being said, Alex Ovechkin has 4 to 3 games to get 5 more goals. If that's the case, he will be the greatest goal scorer of all time. I still believe that, in the words, the he still will be the greatest goal scorer of all time. But to be considered me to be the greatest of greatest, well, it's kind of like how we say LeBron James is the greatest scorer of all time because he is, but the greatest scorer of all time was Michael Jordan. Nah, greatest scorer of all time, either hopefully by the end of this year or sometime at the beginning of next year, will be Alex Ovechkin. But the greatest scorer of all time was Wayne Gretzky. Period.
Copy all.
All right.
Now,
Yes.
Coach, let me pause here and acknowledge something that's in the chat. Captain
Mm-hmm.
Wayne Baconator Agerton is a guy that has been. I've seen him in the chats for all of the different shows. Brother, if you need to talk to somebody right now, I will end this fucking show and you and I can just have a chat. Let me know if
Yeah.
that is what you need and we can end trivia. I will give you a call and we can chat, man. I don't know what's going on with you. I hope everything is okay. There are resources out there, and I am not joking. If you say King call me, brother, I will hang. I will end the live stream, and I will call you if you need to talk, man. I'm here, brother.
Got it.
I am
Easily.
here.
Yeah, that's not a fucking problem at all.
He said I'm mentally exhausted and hurting, and has been having a bad couple of days, bro. I'm here. Just say the
Yeah.
word. Let me know. We won't talk about anything else uh here um if you say that you need somebody to talk to. You said that you know the number. You got 9998. Nine. I'm sorry, 988.
Yeah.
988, and obviously 911 as well. So I'm gonna let that sit for a second. I'm gonna see what he says here
No, you're
before we
good. I'm
continue.
looking at Dominic DiVincenzo getting into the fight with the Pistons. Yeah, that actually looks like he's gone a little bit nuts. Dominic DiVincenzo, formerly of the Knicks, played ball at Seton Hall, but yeah, they apparently he just got kicked out of the game against the Detroit Pistons. And it looks like the coach also just got kicked out. A couple other people did. Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, I saw that. Let's see,
Yeah, I'm on
tension on the
NBA
court
TV
in
right
that
now.
Detroit. Minnesota game in which like so seven got ejected, and it
Hmm.
looked like so like the I'm thinking about the wrong person. I was thinking about Giannis actually because the the Bucks don't have anything to play for. So Giannis, I was surprised is actually playing today because whether
Yeah.
they win or lose, they don't go up or down. But I actually saw Giannis out there was really surprised as I'm playing him in daily fantasy sports. Let me
Well,
go
I
back to
got
the
you there,
chat
man.
here.
Yeah, no problem there, man.
Okay, all right, hey, all right, Captain Wayne of Baconator Agenton, brother, I'm here. But yes, the number is 9988. All right.
Yeah, man.
So, what else do
So
we have sports news wise before we start trivia
yeah.
and get people signed up? Well,
We still sharing the thing, man.
yep, we are still
And
sharing.
we got
It
some.
is it is up on the
Come on,
screen.
y'all, come on out, get us signed up, and everybody.
The link
I'll put it in the ops chat too, man.
the link to join is crowd.live. Once you get there, it will ask you for a code. You put in the code Charlie Zulu 5 November Quebec. Hit enter, put in your name, and try and beat me. It's that simple. And we'll announce what we're going to give away at the end. Shout out to Anna Smith over on Facebook that said, yo, hey, Anna Smith, I give a salute to you. Appreciate you joining here.
Anna, come on out and play. Come on, girl.
You said that you're just everywhere today. Don't worry about it, man. You know, there are days that are just a little bit more difficult than others. I don't and I'm going to take you for your word for it cuz you've been in our chat for a while now here. So if you need it, yeah, if you need help, there's help. If you need help, there's help. Don't worry about being a downer. Join us on trivia. Join us on trivia. Crowd.live code Charlie Zulu 5 November Quebec. I'm in there. I'm waiting to see if anybody's going to attempt to try to beat me.
I'm telling you, man, this one's going to be a good one. Got 8 categories here for tonight. It's a good group of two of them college, none of them women's basketball, so you would not have to worry about this. All of your trivia, all of your useless knowledge you have about the WNBA, King, you ain't got to worry. It's never not going to come in handy at all.
Come on, man.
Oh, what? What?
Did you see that in the NCAA women's that UCLA is making their first Final Four appearance?
I did see that, and I was rather surprised. I always thought, but then I remembered it was USC that always had a really good women's basketball team. I thought, and didn't Cheryl Miller didn't she play for UCLA?
I don't know who Cheryl Miller played for.
Yeah, I thought she played for UCLA, and she was always like all world back then. So that is really surprising that they made it to the Final Four. But hey, by the way, I actually found out we are going to have a trivia question up here. This will be a future trivia question, so you might want to remember this. If 80% of the world is covered in water, what is the other 20% covered by? The answer is Angel Reese rebounding her own missed layups.
Wow.
Yes, I saw that on a meme. I could not stop
Wow.
laughing. I could not stop laughing. It was just Angel Reese, I mean, and WNBA season is going to be coming in soon, so it's going to be kind of nice just to see Angel Reese missing more shots than she makes.
So I looked it up. Cheryl Miller played for USC.
Oh, she did play for USC. Oh, okay. All right. It was, yeah, it was okay. So I thought she played for UCLA, but hey, don't know who's got whatever. So yeah, no worries about that. Oh, all right. But yeah. So but back to Ovechkin, man. You think he's going to do it before the end of the season?
Yes. I think it is going to matter to him that much.
All right. They do have 9 more games in the season. So I am incorrect about that. They have 9 more games left in the season. There's only 4 more games until Ovechkin plays more than plays the same amount of games as Gretzky does. So 9 games, 5 goals in 9 games. Hmm. I may have to agree with you on this one. I think one of those games it might just become like a multi-goal game. He might throw off a hat trick just in like a game or two. Just somebody trying to do something to. I'm not going to say the NHL, allows people to do stuff, but I mean when Kobe went for 81, Toronto was, not allowing anybody else to shoot. They wanted Kobe to shoot. You see where I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it kind of they did that a little bit with Aaron Judge when he was going for 62, but Aaron Judge at that point was batting leadoff, so just a different, there's different ways to have that. It could happen before the end of the season. If that's the case, the funny thing is that he is signed for one more, but he'll be entering his 23rd season at that point. I don't know if he'll still be playing. King, we are still waiting on some players to come in.
All right, players, come on
Yeah,
in. It is
come
free
on.
to join for trivia. Crowd.live. Code Charlie. Let me get back over here to this one. Charlie Zulu, 5 November, Quebec. It is free to join trivia. Prize will be determined by the number of people that we have joining. So, if you are looking to win something, it could be a gift card, it could be another signed jersey, it could be a pair of sneakers, it could be cold hard cash. You will not know until we get this thing started.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please. Let's get some people up on here.
All
Because
right.
right now there is really nothing exciting in sports happening. There is no baseball is on, and even though the Yankees are 3-0, there's really nothing exciting about that. The NBA is not in the playoffs yet. The NHL isn't in playoffs yet, and every single one of everybody's NCAA tournaments bracket is fucking busted, or it's boring as hell because it's on chalk. So come on, y'all, let's play some trivia. Don't be a come on, let's have some fun.
Right now, I was looking at the odds of the um, final four teams to win. Duke is the favorite by sitting at plus 105. Florida's second, which surprises me, at
Hmm.
275. Houston is third at 450. And Auburn, who was the
Yeah.
preseason favorites before the tournament started, um, is at 500. Who do you think will actually win among the current teams?
So Duke once they've gotten in, the Flag's playing good. This Knipple kid is all over the frickin' the court the last 2 times I saw him. Duke has the poise and makings of kind of one of those teams that it will dominate through the championship like we have seen before. It reminds me of the Tyler Hansborough years over at UNC with how well Duke is playing. So I am going to pick Duke from there. I was very impressed though with Houston, and there's going to be a very tough fight with Houston next round. Am I correct on that? They're playing Houston in the next in the Final Four. And then that Auburn Florida game, we just saw that Auburn Florida game in the SEC championship, and at that point, I believe Florida won. Am I correct?
I'd
Yeah,
have to go back and look.
I'm pretty definite Florida did win this one, and that brings up the part where has Auburn found what Florida has been able to do for it? That I don't know. Florida has been playing pretty daggone good. Auburn, they played great today, and it. I do think though Duke's playing phenomenal. The kids are all playing all on a hot level, and even though Shashevsky's not there anymore, the new coaching tree has is going to blossom, and as this being the first Final Four without Coach K, might as well go ahead and try to get that first championship without him a couple of years afterwards. Roy Williams did that, but there was Matt Doherty in between. But just try to get past the shadow of Coach K and get your own route up there. So yeah, I'm going for Duke this year.
Now,
Matt.
I set a bracket in which I had all SEC teams making it to the Final Four. Now, in the bracket that Houston came out of, let me go back in here. Oh,
That might have been Bama.
it was Bama. Yep. So
Yeah, that was
I
Bama.
had Bama, Tennessee, Florida, and Auburn all making it. And of course, Bama had to screw it up for me, and then Tennessee just got
Tennessee,
dominated.
yeah.
But
Tennessee looked like they were on a complete. They were like a Division II team.
and
They looked really bad. Yeah,
which is crazy because like coming out of each round, Tennessee played dominant.
hmm
Coming in here like they made Kentucky look like they weren't necessarily like they played like a number two team.
yeah.
And then they get to Houston, who was number one, and just got spanked.
Which doesn't and that's where I kind of thought the whole chalk thing was is that up there on the top in throughout this entire season, it has been these four teams, but I didn't think that all four of them were going to be clicking all at the same time going into the playoffs, but or into the final four or the tournament. Anyway,
It
they
was.
did. They
I'm sorry.
defied it, but yeah, that the committee got exactly who they want. So the committee knew what they were doing. The committee knew what they were doing when they selected UNC, and the committee knew what they were doing when they gave the number one seeds out.
Yeah.
Good thing that they gave St. John's a number two instead of a number one, like I thought they deserved. Because yeah, they fucking didn't.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was pretty much all number one versus number two until St. John's lost to Arkansas of all teams, who then only went on to lose to Texas Tech by
Yeah,
2 points. So but from every other region,
yeah.
the final eight teams end up being number one versus number two.
Oh, excuse me, man. My daggone. Oh, hold up, hold up.
Y'all, even AI has to sometimes burp and belch and get through.
Went down the wrong pipe there for a minute. My God. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. St. John's, man. But out of the transfer portal early, they ended up getting the number one kid so far in the transfer portal is going to transfer to St. John's. I'm looking forward to next season. Patino, if they're going to do anything, let the dirtiest coach in the current NCAA team put together a good team for an NCAA run. I'm good with that.
Where are we sitting at on signups, coach?
We are still sitting at one, buddy.
And that one is me.
You, yeah.
Goodness gracious. Well, if we don't get people to sign up, and we're not going to run it with no less than five. We're
Mhm.
just gonna push. We're just gonna push so we can talk about sports news.
No
Now let's
worries.
see what's going on. It's the
That sounds
last
fine with me, man.
last Sunday of the month. What else is going on out there? Where are our viewers at? See,
Well,
maybe it's on me. I did not do a preview, which I normally do. Normally, I schedule the show. I wait till after the Saturday night show goes, in which Weekend Co-ops had Nemo playing World of Warcraft last night, and I don't want to overstep on that. But I haven't done it lately because Pop Culture Warrior doesn't do it. But see what happens when I don't
yeah,
do it, Pop Culture
yeah.
Warrior?
It's all right, man. It's all right. It's no worries about it, man. Look, I still have this thing open. We can still go. This is shit. This is definitely 50 times better than the one that I had 3 months ago, where my freaking power went out right, or my internet went out right in the middle of the freaking what's it called in the middle of the stream.
Okay, let's do this. Can you change the questions from 20 or however many you had down to 10. We'll just run it. We'll do a preview. That way we
Oh
got the
yeah,
tape of how it looks like. I'll be
very
the
easy.
one, that goes through it. We can showcase it so at least we know what it looks like, and then I'll get our media team to take that and chop it up and make it
Oh, perfect.
something that we can
Yeah,
showcase in the
we'll
future.
we'll go through the first two. I will go through the first one. I will play the end of the game. Give me a second here. I'm actually going to clone this real quick so that I have it for the next time
Okay.
because I want to use the other questions afterwards. But I am back inside this. You and I are in right there. So, King, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll do that. And what I am now going to do is I am going to share the rules of our sports bar trivia up here real quick so that everybody kind of knows what the rules are regarding the games and getting a little bit of a sample of that. So, as you can now see on your screen, our trivia will have 8 categories, and in each of those categories, there will be 5 questions. The first 4 questions will be multiple choice. The fifth question is a wager question. It will require the contestant to enter a text or a number answer. Our multiple choice questions are 500 points per question with 5 possible answers. 25 seconds per answer. 25 points per answer will be decreased as you will have 20 seconds to answer each question. On your wager question, you will enter an amount, all of them or none, of points you'd like to wager for the question. You'll have 20 seconds to answer that question and will require to enter a text or number answer. Scoring is cumulative between the categories and topics, with no points lost for any incorrect answers other than the wager questions. And a total score after, well, 2 categories, it would be 8 total. 40 questions will determine the winner. That is the end of our rules right here. So, King, I am now going to share our gameplay screen. We are going to play 2 of the rounds up here, and I'm going to get this bad boy going for you. You ready, King?
Yep. I have
All
my
right.
device that I'm playing on right in front of me.
All right. Well, I'm going to start the countdown and we're going to begin this as soon as we get going. Yeah, we got a nice little 30-second countdown. If you guys still want to play against King, you can go right ahead. But if not, don't worry about it. We'll get this bad boy started. Yes, this is how we play sports bar trivia. King, you don't know any of the questions or any of the categories before this, do you?
Nope, you did not tell
All
me
right.
anything above. I would have
Awesome.
had the same advantage as everybody else.
So, this is going to be an absolute low score. I am going to begin this game with a sample question. This is the worst state in the United States.
I know where he's going. It's probably going to be Alabama, 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 or Alabama.
Is it A, Alabama, B, not Alabama, C, Bama, D, Roll Tide, or B, E, War Eagle?
I know what I should pick, but this is what I think he's gonna have on the answer sheet. Oh man, I knew it. Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to let everybody know as a practice question, it was only worth 1 point. The correct answers were Alabama, Bama, Roll Tide, and War Eagle. Not Alabama was the incorrect answer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first question is our first category is in baseball. Yes, King, you will have some great times to go ahead and get this. And yes, in the word of well, not Squints, what's his name? Play ball from the Sandlot. First question in baseball.
The question didn't come up. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is the team Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker, won a World Series with in 1964. Is it A, the Boston Red Sox, B, the New York Yankees, C, the St. Louis Cardinals, D, the Milwaukee Brewers, or E, the Atlanta Braves? This is an interesting one. I wonder who you got this because he just went into he just went into heaven. But that being said, Bob Uecker, what team did he win the World Series with? It was C, the St. Louis Cardinals. Let me get that QR code off of the screen, too. Yeah, you can take a look at that. That's where we go. Let's go to the next question on baseball. This San Francisco Giants Hall of Famer has a cove located just beyond right field wall of Oracle Park. Is it A, Bobby Bonds, B, Willie Mays, C, Willie McCovey, D, Jeff Kent, or E, Barry Bonds?
I know who I wanted to pick, but I'm not sure if I got this right.
A lot of you, well, the person who you wanted to pick, you would actually be surprised. You did get correct because, yes, it was C, Willie McCovey. Next question in baseball. This New York Mets slow chopper, which went through first baseman Bill Buckner's legs for a hit, was the game-winning RBI in Game 6 of the 1986 World Series for the Mets, who won Game 7 and the World Series the next night. Is it A, Ray Knight, B, Gary Carter, C, Mookie Wilson, D, Kevin Mitchell, or E, Keith Hernandez? Slow roller behind the bag. It gets past Buckner. Through his legs. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it. But it wasn't Ray Knight. It was Mookie Wilson who hit that
I wanted to pick C.
Yes. Gary Carter was actually on second base when that happened. No, first base when that happened. Next question in baseball. This is the city in Alabama where Michael Jordan played Double-A minor league baseball in 1994. Is it A, Greenbow, B, Tuscaloosa, C, Mobile, D, Montgomery, or E, Birmingham?
I know this one.
Oh, come on. This one was an easy one. This was a layup. Everybody knows this one. And if you don't know, he's actually got a pair of or a colorway named after the city, or actually named after the Barons who play in Birmingham. First wager question of the night in baseball, King. The hint: it is high, it is far, it is gone. How much are you going to wager on this? You going to wager all of it?
I did 0.
Oh, you did 0.
Because that looks like a baseball question, and baseball is not my strong suit.
Yes, it is. This is how many home runs New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge hit in his rookie season in 2017. You have 30 seconds.
That could be a total guess. Do you have to know the exact, or could plus or minus?
Oh, no, the exact. Okay. No, you were terrible. No, unless I'm gotten rid of that plus or minus. Okay. But Cleveland has won this evening. And let me see. Well, King, I can tell you that you just playing right here, you definitely did not get the answer correct. You weren't that far off because the answer was 52.
That was close.
That was close. All right. Next category is NCAA men's basketball, King. Oh, yeah, we're going to go into men's basketball. Yay. Yes, Coach Dan Hurley, you didn't make it this year, but you did piss off a bunch of people. Great Jersey boy. All right, first question in NCAA men's basketball. This military school has never made it to the NCAA tournament. Is it A, U.S. Military Academy, B, U.S. Naval Academy, C, the U.S. Air Force Academy, D, Virginia Military Institute, or E, Texas A&M?
I'm going to go with VMI. They're just a small school. I don't see them attracting talent enough to make it to a tournament.
King, just like everything else in the right, you're wrong. It actually is West Point. West Point, as well as the Citadel, have not made it to the NCAA tournament.
No kidding.
VMI has. Yeah.
What year?
No kidding.
Let me look this up.
Yeah, VMI. You're going to want to look that one up. You really want to look that one up? No, all right.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm curious what year. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What year did VMI make the NCAA men's basketball tournament? 1976. Okay.
Bam!
And
There you
77.
go. Ah, so
Haven't been back
VMI.
since.
No, they have not. No, they have not. Hell, Larry Bird played after them. Okay, that's how long ago it was. All right, let's go to the next question in NCAA men's basketball. This coaching legend surpassed Adolph Rupp's then record of 876 wins in 1998, then retired 4 games later. Is it A, Bobby Knight, B, Mike Krzyzewski, C, Pat Summitt, D, Dean Smith, or E, Jim Boeheim?
Surpassed then retired. That's the part I'm not sure about.
Yeah, surpassed then retired because 4 of them, actually all 5 of them ended up did passing Adolph Rupp, but the first one ever to do it was Dean Smith, and did that in 1998. Retired 4 games later after a Final Four appearance. Yep. All right, next question in NCAA men's basketball. This college is the last to go undefeated en route to an NCAA men's basketball
I think I know this.
national championship. Is it A, Kentucky, B, Indiana, C, Duke, D, UCLA, or E, Michigan State?
I don't know this. Ooh. I think we're here.
Oh, well, while UCLA did have undefeated seasons. The last one was Indiana.
That was my first guess too, and I went with UCLA just last week.
Next question in NCAA men's basketball. This current Big East school was not one of the 4 founding members of the original Big East Conference in 1979. Is it A, Georgetown, B, Villanova, C, Syracuse, D, St. John's, or E, Providence? Hey, King, we're going to do 3 categories. Let me go to the next one because the next one's college football.
Okay.
All right. Oh, Providence, you thought it was. No, Providence actually invited Villanova the following year in 1980 to join the Big East. All right, we are now up to the wager question, I believe. Yes, we are. Wager question on, oh, yeah, you're going to know this one. Here's your hint. How do you know when you're speaking with someone whose family tree does not fork? They answer every question about life with Roll Tide. That's the hint in NCAA men's basketball. All right. This is the only year, including now this year, the Crimson Tide of Alabama made it to the NCAA Final Four. 30 seconds. King, how well do you know this one? Only year. Only year.
I'm going to say.
Man, when you know, if you don't get this one, you are.
I don't know. If not this year.
Oh my fuck.
In the 80s?
No. No.
This year?
You fraud.
This year?
Last year.
Last year.
Last year was the first time they ever made it, man. All right, King. I'm going to let you redeem yourself on the college football one, okay, man?
Let's go.
King. All right. I got to let you redeem yourself over here. See, even Forrest Gump right now is looking at you saying, come on, Alabama. All right, here we go, man. Here comes the college football one. This college football one is going to be pretty good, man. You're going to get it. There's nothing like that. Freaking Rutgers is like the biggest national championship snub ever or something. But here you go. This stadium will host the 2025 Army-Navy game on Saturday, December 13th. Is it A, M&T Bank Stadium, B, MetLife Stadium, C, Lincoln Financial Field, D, FedEx Field, or E, Gillette Stadium?
I'm going to go to that game one day.
King, we talked about this, buddy. You're killing me, Smalls.
Are we
You're
going this year?
freaking killing me.
Are we going this
No,
year?
buddy. It's in your backyard. It's at M&T Bank Stadium this year.
Why did they move it away from Lincoln?
What's that?
I said, hasn't it always been at Lincoln?
They did it for 2 years. They do a rotating schedule. FedEx Field was a couple years ago. They're going to be at MetLife and they're going to be at Yankee Stadium one of the years coming up. But these are the 5 stadiums that they rotate between, man.
I always thought it was at Lincoln.
Yeah, they're going to be in M&T Bank Stadium this year. All
Oh, well,
right.
I'll definitely be trying to pull up.
There you go. Next question in college football. This is the college where Barry Sanders rushed for 2,628 yards and 37 touchdowns in 11 games
I
en
have the
route
jersey.
to the 1988 Heisman Trophy. Is it A, Oklahoma, B, Oklahoma State, C, Nebraska, D, Iowa State, or E, Kansas State?
I
Man,
couldn't think
okay,
fast enough.
okay,
I
you
could
read
have
that.
blocked.
You redeemed yourself.
Yeah, I've got the jersey. I just tried to. I was like, as soon as I saw it, clicked on it, and I still didn't get max points.
Oh man, you didn't get 500.
Now, because
Ah,
it started the moment it came up.
I get you, but yes, it was Oklahoma State. All right, next question in college football. Since the poll era began in 1938, this college is the last to win their first and only NCAA college football championship without a split, doing so in 1984. Is it A, TCU, B, BYU, C, Texas A&M, D, Maryland, or E, Syracuse?
Uh,
Mm.
that's the year I was born, so I don't think it's. Yeah, I feel good about who I picked.
All right. Well, I do have a second player in. Whoever that second player is, let me see who the hell is that is. Spanky's on here, so guess what, King? Spanky's playing with you.
Yeah, Spanky. You
All
don't get a
right. Well,
prize, but yeah, Spanky.
Spanky. I don't know if you're the one who answered Maryland, but if you've answered BYU, you are correct. All right. Next question in college football. This USC running back did not kill his ex-wife and a waiter who was just dropping off a missing pair of glasses at his ex-wife's home in Brentwood, California on June 12th, 1994. Remember, I am looking for the USC running back that did not kill his ex-wife and a waiter who was just dropping off a pair of missing glasses at his ex-wife's home in Brentwood, California on June 12th, 1994. Is it A, Reggie Bush, B, Marcus Allen, C, Charles White, D, Mike Garrett, E, O.J. Simpson? King, was that you that voted for E?
I did.
King, you know you're wrong because you know that all 4 of them didn't kill his wife, but one did. All right, everybody was incorrect on that question because O.J. Simpson was not the correct answer. Next question in college football is a points wager question. The hint is which is lower, the number of people in Alabama with a full set of teeth, King's score, or the answer to this math question about Alabama football? King. Which one do you think?
I'm betting all my points.
All right. Math question. This is what you get when you divide the total number of Bear Bryant's national championships by the total number of Nick Saban's national championships. Bear Bryant over Nick Saban is the equation. You have 30 seconds. King, come on. Oh my God. Whoever the hell answered that one got it wrong. King, was that you? King, please change the question. Please change it. King. Oh God, have I pissed you off enough?
I was on mute. I know it.
You know it.
They've got the same.
The answer is one.
It's one.
Yeah,
They have the same.
it's one. They have the same. Whoever put zero in. All right, King. Yeah, there was a couple little jokes on here, but hey, look, how about Spanky is playing? Let's do one more, and I promise you, there's no more jokes about Alabama. I promise you.
I don't
One more
believe it.
category. One more category. Okay,
All right.
it's hockey. See, there's nothing about Alabama in hockey whatsoever, man. You think you got this one? It's not that hard.
I
In
think
fact, I think
I know
you'll
more
get the first
baseball
one.
than hockey, but
I
let's go
think you're
for
going
it.
to get this first one right here.
All
King,
right.
here's the first one in hockey. This is the number Washington Capitals left winger Alexander Ovechkin wears.
Ah,
Is it A, 87, B, 78, C, 8, D, 68, or E, 88?
he has a single. Oh, never mind. Shouldn't be talking out loud.
See, there you go, man. You knew more about hockey than you did college basketball, which is good to
One
know.
of the reasons
because
why.
you were right. It was 8.
Well, a really good friend of mine is an Alex Ovechkin fanboy, and he would talk Ovechkin all the time, anytime that I was around him. He has his jersey. He had one of those big what you call those, like those life size stickers?
Oh, the cutouts?
Yeah, like the cutout.
Oh God. Oh yeah, those wall things. I
Uh-huh.
remember. Yeah. I remember that thing. The press on ones. Yeah, I remember those.
Yep.
Oh God. All right, let's go. Let's finish out the category in hockey, and then we'll call it a game. Okay.
All right.
All right. This is the last year a Canadian NHL team won the Stanley Cup. This actually is a repeat question from one of our previous ones. Is it A, 1990, B, 1993, C, 1997, D, 2002, or E, 2005?
I know which ones to eliminate, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
I'm not sure you have enough time.
I got it in right before it went to zero.
You got it in right before, and guess what? You did get it correct. It was 1990.
I just, I said I know it wasn't the 2000s because we talked about it. But I was like, well, if it's in the 90s, I'm just gonna go with the one in the middle.
Yep, it was 93. All right, next question in hockey. So now you're 2 for 2 in hockey. This is the original NHL team the Utah Hockey Club began its existence as in 1979. This one's going to be a hard one for you. Is it A, the Winnipeg Jets, B, the Colorado Rockies, C, the Hartford Whalers, D, the Quebec Nordiques, or E, the Arizona Coyotes?
I'm going to say, I'm picking my answer, and I'm going to tell you why. This is a total guess.
All right. I've looked at it. You have it wrong just because on a technicality, and I am going to explain to you why. It is the Winnipeg Jets.
Right,
the Winnipeg Jets in the 90s moved down to Phoenix and became the Arizona Coyotes. The Arizona Coyotes, now that they were playing at a 4,000 seat freaking college arena, moved to Utah to become the Utah Hockey Club. So the Arizona Coyotes, it wasn't because they were the original Winnipeg Jets. But the Winnipeg Jets are also an expansion team, much in the same way that the Cleveland Browns were an expansion team. See where I'm coming at?
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. No problem on that one. That was a tricky hockey question. Next question in hockey. This is how many seasons it's been since the Toronto Maple Leafs, the 13-time NHL champions, last won Lord Stanley's Cup. Is it? You're typing these in. Is it A, 41 years, B, 48 years, C, 51 years, D, 57 years, or E, 63 years? I hear those keyboards.
Yeah, I'm setting some stuff
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. No, you did not get this one, buddy, because it's actually 57 years. All right, last question in hockey. Here comes the wager question. Oh, damn. I'm sorry. I did set you up. Which is lower, the number of people with full sets of teeth in Alabama, the number of African Americans playing in the NHL right now, or the
Nice.
answer to this question? Sorry, King. All right, that was the last Alabama joke because I think the next one actually did say, all right, no Alabama jokes. This is how many goals New Jersey Devils goalie Martin Brodeur scored during his 22-year NHL
Glad I wagered zero
career.
because I have no idea who he is. He
Good.
played 22 years. I'm gonna.
The Devil
Right.
goalie, three-time Stanley Cup champion, Conn Smythe Trophy winner, most shutouts, most wins,
Was it hot?
most way off. And the reason why I say that is because as a goalie, he actually scored grand total of three goals from his end and scored 3 times. Think about that. He shot it all the way from one net to the other and scored 3 times in the game. Finishing the trivia for the night. Blah, 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 blah. The winners are King. Spanky had no points, and King won. King, you got 2,595 points.
Yeah.
Yay. All right, that's how we play
sports trivia.
And that's
people.
how we play
It
sports
is free
trivia.
to join. We usually announce what we are giving away just before we start, assuming that we have at least 5. That's the thing, because I think when I gave away a signed Drew Bledsoe jersey, we had like 4 or 5, in on that time. But maybe we got to do a better job about marketing. But we'll take that feedback going forward. The last Sunday of every month is going to be sports trivia. That is how it runs. Coach is going to be hosting it. He's going to have plenty good jokes as well that comes along with it. So tune in every Sunday night here at the Sports Bar when at the last Sunday of the month we have trivia.
FTX, I'll do that during FTX one night. That's what we got. Yeah, I'll come in one Friday night. You guys know how shitty the Giants are, just to piss off CQ. I will have like the categories will be quarterbacks not named Eli, or what was not the Miracle in the Meadowlands? What was the Miracle in the Meadowlands was the Monday Night Miracle, the Miracle Eagles. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and I'll put like the Miracle in the Meadowlands. It'll have a whole thing about how bad the Giants suck.
Bet. All right, let me check here.
Yeah.
All right, no, it's all good.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I gotta see something here before we close out. Our titles didn't update properly, and that's going to bug me because I don't know why it did not. But it's okay. Let's do this. Update title. It should have updated it. My bad. Everybody at WTF Nation Radio. I wonder if that's why we didn't have the proper amount of people. But you know what? It's all good. Coach, we will be live next Sunday. That will be the first Sunday in March. Are you going to be here?
I will be. Let me TBD you on that one. That's my son. That's my anniversary night. I might be. I mean, shit, we've been married for this long, so I mean, it's really nothing that, we haven't done on an anniversary night. There's really nothing that we
I
can't
like
make.
that. How long have y'all been married, if you don't mind me asking? 23 years,
23
man.
years,
Anything over
man.
20 years is a milestone. So, congratulations.
Yeah. And think about this, man. And there's been more ups and downs that we've been through. So a date just of an anniversary, I've already missed several of them. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, man.
I like it. Now,
So I'll find out if if she says yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm taking a look at and for the players that got ejected to see if any of my players for daily fantasy were the ones that got ejected because I was doing good earlier. Let's see. Nope, I'm good to go. I didn't play any of these guys. I almost played Ron Holland the second, which
Yeah.
would have cost me. Before we log off, let me see.
I turned. Yeah, I actually turned it off the NBA.
Oh, breaking
I was
news! This just in: the Tush Push
uh,
ban has support from the competition committee. Right here, as reported on ESPN Live by Kalen Kaler, the Green Bay Packers' proposal to ban the push sneak, popularly known as the tush push, has support within the competition committee. Another source with direct knowledge of the competition committee thinks that said proposal could be hotly contested among coaches, general managers, and owners as they gather for league meetings this week. The league office staff presented the rule proposals during the football operations meeting today, this afternoon, and two sources in the meeting described the back and forth as heated regarding the proposal to prohibit an offensive player from pushing a teammate who has lined up directly behind the snapper, receives the snap immediately at the snap.
see, man, I don't because it's not causing any type of injuries. It's not causing anything bad, and just because other teams do not do that, just like, and I'm just throwing this out as a completely hyperbole or whatever, his left hand and his right hand. And I was able to draw plays where, for some reason, he was able to go out and throw with his left a little bit more effectively. Is that play to advance my office? That would be
Mm-hmm.
considered good. I'm using a lineup with a quarterback who I'm able to utilize for downs. And yes, we are able to use it a lot in better situations and get ourselves not only over the goal line, but also not have to punt on the frickin' competition. Other people can still do it. If there were people that could not do it, I can understand it getting banned. If you can't find an answer for it, then you need a defensive freaking way of, you need to find out how defenses get through with it. The tush push has been
Mm-hmm.
around now.
Since
So
like the 2022 season. So
2021, 2022 season. So it's been around 3, 4 seasons, right? So far, they are the only team that I know that still does it. So
does it well.
is successful doing it. And on top of that, they just only won one championship. They haven't been undefeated by this. Just another tool that could be used. All you're trying to do is gain an unfair advantage by utilizing a tool that somebody else would never have.
no problem with this rule because even in 2005, when this first type of push ever happened, it was always considered legal. Let's remember that was the push. That was the first ever push. The tush push is nothing that is illegal. It is something that should be utilized. It's a novel, just like other novelties like the Wildcat or the wide receiver, play option. You're not seeing these things. You're Green Bay, and you're telling me that you have to go to the competition committee just so that you can outlaw a freaking rule so that you can beat that competition. Who's looking not to
Yep.
lose.
Now, the Green Bay Packers tried to cite injuries, but not any injuries that occurred during the play, hypothetical injuries that could occur based on the way that offensive and defensive linemen are set up for the play. Now, here's an interesting stat.
Hmm.
Out of the 35,415 total plays last season, the push sneak accounted for only 101 of those plays, which comes out to 0.28%, less than half of a
Hmm.
point.
Onside kicks and unsuccessful onside kicks than there were tush pushes,
Mm-hmm.
if we can put it that way. It probably was. I mean, would it be fair? That's it's such a minute portion of it, and we're talking about the potential of getting plays and hurt, and injuries and things like that. Man, injuries that are going to be that have the potential of being massively dangerous on a punt than there are on a tush push. So football is no matter what you're going to have a risk. It's kind of like that's the thing that I think also really killed me
Mm.
about war training and etc. Risk no matter what we do. And by the way, for all the 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 missing that are over in Lithuania right now, our prayers being said, airborne operations, there's always going to be, we always wanted with low risk, and every commander wanted to mitigate as many risks as possible. We've gotten to the part where every risk that regardless of how much we ever mitigate those risks, we are never going to be tested to the part where we are going to feel safe. Everything is going to have, so not at least, you know, how would I put this? Acknowledging that risk and not trying to mitigate the entire risk way too daggone much. Much like in the military, mitigated way too damn much of the risk away. What the fuck were we talking about in the
The
beginning? Because
tush
now I'm just
push.
getting pissed off at freaking command. See, you mitigate the risk too much. Any in the NFL, no matter what you play, you are going to get injured. Nobody ever thought that the routine play, all of the other freak injuries and the other things that have happened with different freaking injuries, a lot of them are being done on plays that are routine, potential of injury. And I can show you, regardless of what potential of injury, there is no differentiation between the tush push as well as any other.
All right. Well,
Anyway, I'm calling the Packers GM a pussy like those pussy commanders who tried to mitigate as much safety risk as possible. That's for you. no matter what risk you had, you going onto an airplane, being a
Hmm.
crew member, there was always an inherent risk
Yep.
of the plane.
Hmm.
There is always going to be that inherent risk of any professional athlete getting injured. To mitigate that risk, you are never going to eliminate that risk. So to say that that play needs to be eliminated factor, or of something like that, that mitigating risk of them getting injured on that play with the type of hypothetical injuries is full of shit. That just did about pussy commanders, fucking, you know, safety friggin'
Do you
matrices and
think
all that bullshit.
that Justin Tucker stands a chance once the investigation gets concluded?
Justin Tucker ever since they were eliminated. And I follow sports. I hear a lot of different things. I haven't heard anything about the time the season rolls around and everything pulls out. Either something settled out of court or something is done or no charges are filed or this goes away. And then yes, but I have not heard anything about Justin Tucker. Nobody seems to have made anything in the media about it. And if the media never died down about Ray Rice, and Ray Rice, and the media never died down about, God, there's
Oh,
another
yeah, yeah,
pitcher from
yeah.
the LA Dodgers. And he ended up being, figured out being fraudulent, but he still hasn't been
Hmm.
playing whatsoever since it's
I did a
happened. I
couple of
can't
articles
remember his
about it.
damn name. But can happen. There might be something that might be a slap on the wrist, but unless something comes out where there's irrefutable proof, then I don't see anything about it.
Man, it's gonna bother me that baseball player because like I can see his picture right here. He was accused of strangling and
Yeah,
a couple of
yeah.
other stuff. I think that Justin Tucker, I think his goose is cooked. The number of therapists, when it was all said and done, came down to like 15 or 16. If it was two or three or one, I think it gets swept under the rug. It's not that big of a deal. But when you have 16 therapists that seem to corroborate the same type of behavior, I just don't think he gets past it. And I think the team has a good public relations image going right now, and to save that, they drop him like a bad habit.
Man, if I have a class organization that is correct, I, and you know what?
Uh,
How many
about
years has he
13
been in the
years.
league? Longest field goal ever made. One of the most prolific. Yeah, I think we'd be,
Okay.
could be the end.
I know that
Could be.
league
So,
operations are about to resume soon. We're about to get into some of the NFL draft stuff, and we'll see what the team does. Come, I want to say late April is when most teams start their like off-season programs and stuff prior to the league calendar starting. But that is our live stream for today. Tune in tomorrow for the Monday edition as Ice
mhm.
will be live in full effect on the screen. To everybody that tuned in, thank you.
Yeah, he'll be
And
back.
again, y'all, I'm telling y'all right here, right now, If you ever need to talk, I'm not that hard to reach. I'm on all social media platforms. My DMs and stuff are open. I don't profess like I'm not a medical person or anything like that, but if you just need to vent, I'm here. But if you do need some additional resources, or if you're thinking about doing something that can't be reversed, 988. Reach out. There is help. There's other avenues as well. Use them. That's all I've got, Coach.
All means, man, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, man. You only got one life to
All
live, so
right.
please take
I'm
care of it.
King. That's Coach. We are the Sports Bar, and we are out. Peace.